Hey guys, we are here today for our group project. Our project was creative ways to work with English language learners on listening and speaking. Amongst our research, we found a few tips for English language learners that I would like to share with you, as well as share my activity and my personal experience with English language learners. So there are 4 steps to assist English language learners in our classrooms. First, as teachers, we must create a safe environment. This means that your students do not need to be anxious, they don't need to be scared, they need to be confident in your classroom. They shouldn't have to be worried about being bullied or made fun of for not being able to speak English as their first language, which we all know is what English language learners are. They should feel confident enough to try their best and to make attempts, even if it's not going to always be perfect, and they shouldn't have to worry about us demeaning them along the way. Secondly, we should model. It's just like in kindergarten when your teachers used to say A, E, I, O, and U, sound them out, show you how their mouths work. We should also model that for our English language learners because they're not used to the English language. They're used to whatever their first language is, just like if we were to transfer over to Spanish or French, or they move their mouths differently than we do. This is critical because they're able to model back what you're doing. And lastly, we should give them a lot of time. I know for me, I don't like to be rushed. Time is a big thing for them because they need to make sure they're doing it right. In their heads, they don't want to mess it up because they want to do their best for you. They have to process it, translate it, and all that to be able to talk to you in their second language. So you need to do all these steps for them to be able to be confident in your classroom, and that's exactly what we want for ELL learners, is for them to be confident. The activity that I'm going to go over is something that you may all know. We've probably all played it. It's called telephone. But they have different modified versions for English language learners. So this game is good for them even if you just do the regular version that we all know, where one person whispers it to the next and the last person shouts the answer out. Even if you play it like this, the English language learners are still listening and speaking English words. They have a modified version where the teacher tells the student the phrase, and it goes across the line, the telephone line, to the last student, which is the ELL learner, and they write it on the whiteboard. So they're not just speaking and listening, they're also writing the words. That's 3 ways that they're visualizing, speaking, and hearing these words. My personal experience is that I didn't really get to work with anybody that was ELL until this semester, I believe, in Chris County. They did the telephone thing. It's kind of hard with social distancing, but they did their best, and they loved it. The students loved it. The English language learners felt a part of the group. They felt confident, and I would just love to see this in all of our classrooms. Thanks.
The activity that I found is called Slap Words or Board Slap. So this activity is used for ELL students, and it helps their listening and their response time. You can also add in a speaking aspect for this specific activity, but that's like preference. So for this activity, it allows you to differentiate for each student. So like you can put different levels of words, or you can put pictures instead of words. You can use your vocabulary words. Really, you have a wide variety of what you can pick from for words. So for this game, for slap words, you would just get like either words on cards or put words on a paper. But for board slap, you would like put it up on a smart board or something. Like, it's the same thing. It's just a matter of using technology or not. So you would either have the student use their hand, or to make it more fun, I've seen them use fly swatters. So like the teacher would say, okay, so y'all need to find the word mouse. Okay, well, the student will quickly try and find the word mouse, and they'll slap the word mouse. So that's the listening and the response time. And then to add the speaking aspect, you can ask everyone to say it out loud, or you can ask them to have they can have a partner and they can say it to their partner, or something along those lines. So This game can be used in any subject because it is so versatile with the different words that you can put. Like it works so well with this specific thing because it allows so many opportunities because you can put whatever word wherever. So my personal experience with this is I've seen it used in a regular ed classroom. They did it on a smart board, and they had a fly swatter, and they did it with their spelling words. So it was really cool to see. The kids really enjoyed it, and I feel like it would be super beneficial for an ELL student because it helps them work on their listening and their response time to listening, and later on, or if they're ready for it, they can add a speaking aspect.
Creative ways that I found to work with English language learners on listening and speaking is think, pair, share. Think, pair, share is a good strategy to use with English language learners in any grade and any subject. I've seen it used with kindergarten. I've seen it used in 5th grade. It gives students an opportunity to have conversations with their peers or their classmates, and pairing students one-on-one just feels less threatening than having them share in front of the whole class. So it gives the teacher opportunity also to kind of walk around the room and monitor the conversations to see about comprehension. If you think about it, when a teacher asks a whole class a question and all the hands go up, some students may be more reluctant to answer because they are not comprehending the question. So while they're thinking of their response, another student may go ahead and answer the question, and they've just missed that opportunity to share. So with Think, Pair, Share, you can pair students one-on-one, however you want to, and you give them a subject to discuss with each other. You give them time to think about their answers, and then they meet with one another and they each share. And then after an adequate amount of time, the whole group meets back together, and you could call them volunteers to share what their partners spoke about, or vice versa. Teachers can present any level of questions, so this activity is great for any age level. Like I said, kindergarten all the way to 5th grade, even upper level classes. You can use it in any subject. You can use it in reading to discuss different characters or plots or themes. You can use it in math to solve problems. You can use it in science to come up with different strategies or hypotheses in a experiment. And I've seen it in kindergarten classes done in the morning after morning work, or after they've discussed like what's happening in the day, just to kind of warm up and get the day started. And then I've seen it recently in 5th grade in a science class. Once the question was given, I think it was does oil and water mix, and then the kids got to pair up and discuss what they thought, and then they got to share how they thought that was going to happen. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. It's got a little example of a Think, Pair, Share being used in a class.